Your face appears to be dreary. By viewing the Cure band video of Lullaby Song has brought me the flashbacks of my memory. I strongly and vividly remembered watching the classic movie during the Halloween night when I was probably 6 years old boy in Sumwin in 1974. My mother would make sure that my twin siblings go to the beds because they were 4 years old, too young to be allowed to watch the horror movie at night, and it's their bedtime on that hours. I remembered my mother made a bowl out of a popcorn, stovetop pop-in and a Coke soda, which were sweetly delicious in back time. I watched 1958, The Fly on television in the living room, so focused at the movement of actions since I can't hear the dialogues from the volume set and there was no subtitles on the television set in 70s. I stayed up watching the whole movie to the end, where the little boy ran toward and stopped to point his finger directly at, and the spider ate the rolled up half fly and half human on the web by the bush. Just as the spider is about to devour the creature, the half and half man fly, Inspector Charles crushes them both with a rock, along with the famous actor, Vincent Price. After that, I went to bed and sleep so deeply through the whole night. In the middle of night, I had a deep REM which I did not realize nor know at that time because I was only 6 years old. I was fully conscious in my dream by crawling down across my face as I was so small and saw my face so gigantic. I then crawled along across the bed blanket by my gigantic arm on the right side, and I continued crawling along my right leg side. I crawled toward the front brown wood leg of the bed frame. I crawled down the brown wood leg toward the 70s shag carpet. I struggled crawling across the shag carpet due to the inch of the shag carpet. I reached the half-wood paneling wall at the below and climbed upward all way up and along the curtains of the window. I reached the top of curtain frame and hopped around in the circle again, and again. I stopped to sit on the center of the web and stared down at. I saw my body sleeping in the bed yonder. I watched and watched until the body of me made a movement under the bed blanket down there. He was struggling to wake up, then my sight blacked out. I woke up in my bed and bent my head to look around, then I looked upward toward the top of the curtain. I just saw a web and pretty big spider. I was paralyzed with fear and so confused as and of how do I happen to know the spider was there, and how the hell did I just saw it myself from the spider's sight. My mother walked in and attempted to get me up. I reacted in a wild state and pointed at the web as she turned her head and looked up at that web. I attempted to gesture to her what I was attempting to describe my experience. She assumed that I was having a bad dream from watching the movie last night. I again attempted to gesture to her repeatedly as how I happened to know the spider was up there and I saw what the spider saw. She seemed not to understand my whole story fully. The communication was so frustrated as I attempted to gesture what I just dreamed me as a spider. She took the action to kill the spider by using the broom to sweep it off in the trash bin. And I was pretty upset since I was unable to communicate due to my language deprivation. I was sad all the way to the school on the bus as I was trying to understand what I just experienced. And also, I felt that the spider was telepathically watching me. I lost the chance to experience that again since it was killed by my own mother. I felt guilty and blamed myself for crushing this phenomenon. Then the singer, Robert Smith, of the Cure band made the song and released it in the 10th of April, 1989. So strangely deja vu, too coincidentally similar. That was the main reason why I knew and do know the spirit was crushed by my own mother and blamed myself for pointing my finger at the spider just like the boy in the movie. For a few of decades as I grow up until I learned how to educate myself and to study and made myself understanding my phenomenon gift of lucid dream, astral projection, third eye, sixth sense and viewing remote.